We were on the wrong side of the river, by purpose in Cambodia, which was fine, for we barely existed, with no records kept. We were in the wrong place to one of our rare mishaps, as it turned out, and actually one very early on, born of a cascade of unfortunate events that were not totally unplanned for. Always have an out, for there will be those times of war. We always have an out, for there will be those times of war. Intelligence officers have been inserted along with the DIA special troops, another nameless non-designation, and they with us, for we supported the other. The action had been going fairly well, as planned. The many opposing rampage had not so much right reason, but by the beast that was ever part and parcel of man. The fire engagement was over, for now in the main as of retreat had been called by the captain of the section. Upon detection of a larger than expected approach in ground force. This fallback being hindered by some opposition stragglers, whose spirits had been bolstered by the sight of an entire Khmer division boldly crossing along an open field, which could become good luck or not for either side. The tail end of our section retreaters was further slowed by the carrying and stretchering of the dead and wounded. Actually, the surprise incursion had gone well enough, but for the fact that we two IAs remaining were now pinned to the ground, just inside the front edge of the tree line. For all hell was breaking loose, shattering the forest trees and their branches. The special troops had just begun their slow retreat, and we could leave no one behind but ourselves, my major friend and I. The labors were advancing haphazardly with some moles, assorted mini artillery, with an entire battalion or division some ways behind. We would not last where we were, but we had to stay behind for yet another reason. For we were information intelligence gatherers when in the field and on the ground. All we had was a machine gun, but a large one hidden a bit further back in the woods, recently dug out of the ground, where we had left it on a prior occasion of incoming. Always think many moves ahead. It was not quite right time to retrieve it and use it, which is of knowing when to move, not just where, on the chessboard. For we'd have to be somewhat exposed to use it. Plus it wouldn't be that user against the machines firing into our area, and it would draw attention to our troops' retreat path. For the comer didn't exactly know where we were, or if any of us still were. Not show yourself until you have to. We had to survive at least 10 more long minutes. The fire was beginning to converge on us, whether by luck or a good sense of sweep from either side, but not yet straight on, where a medium-sized boulder sat just up ahead in the grassy field, which was why we had chosen the spot. Or die, we dashed out and crept up to the big rock. It's already having an end, having been just split off. We needed more time. We dug out the ground behind the really big rock, a foot or so deep, exposing the part of the boulder yet underground. It laid in the depression. Another minute or so, and the above-ground portions of the rock would be gone, and soon they were shattering and flying away. 'Anyone see no one behind the rock, which was no longer there, but just might figure it out? I raised a small bending scope and noted the yet noiseless chants approaching on the horizon behind the battalion, as well as a vanguard approaching at 600 yards. We needed 60 seconds now, or even half. As it turned out, the music played upon the drama. At 30 seconds, the enemy first heard the sounds of the jets, crying to all the rest to retreat, yet some of the vanguard still ran toward our woods, perhaps preferring that over an open field. Not good neither for us nor for the special troops that were still retreating through the forest, who could still become targets at the river shore, clearing while boarding. At 0 seconds, the airstrike landed on the main battalion, a fine diversion for us. Yes, and so we rose from our would-be graves and ran back into the woods, rolling out the machine gun, blasting most of the oncomers away for quite a while. The chess moves had come to pass, although still ongoing, and into new territory.